Good morning students. The last class we studied about the functions of a leaf. Today we are going to study about the modification of leaves. Today we are going to study about the modification of leaves. In some plants, leaves are completely or partially modified to carry out special additional functions, that is called modification of leaves. Here you can see some leaf modifications. Next, moving to the storage, some plants of xerophytic habitat and some succulent plants have thickened and succulent leaves with water storage tissue. This helps the plant conserve the very limited supply of water and withstand desiccation. The desiccation means drying up. Then the leaf tendrils, that leaf modified it to leaf tendrils. In some plants where the stem is weak, leaves are modified into thin wire-like long coil structure that is known as tendrils. Then here you can see these are the tendrils diagrams. Okay, here one tendril and here also you can see the tendrils. And moving to these tendrils coil around any structure such as another plant or rock or mold that they touch with their tips and thus provide support to the stem. This helps the plant to climb up and grow easily. And the parts of leaf which get modified into tendrils are given in the table. Here leaf part that is modified into tendril, and examples also you can see. The first example, that is the entire leaf is modified. The example is wild pea, that is example. And the upper leaflet only modified example is pea plant, that is the common Pisum sativum. Then the terminal leaflet, that is Naravelia. Then leaf tip modified, that is glory lily, and petiole modified, that is called clematis. Then stipule modified, that is called smilax. These are the leaf part that is modified into tendril and examples. And this is one example, the tendrils in pea plant. Tendrils in pea plant example is here you can see the tendrils. And the spine and thorns, leaf modified it to spine and thorns. The leaves of certain plants become wholly or partially modified for defense purpose into sharp pointed structure that is known as spines. These spines help protect the plant from grazing animals as well as reduce loss of water due to transpiration. We know that transpiration, that is the loss of water. In prickly pear, that means opentia, the minute leaves of axillary buds are modified into spines. The leaf apex in date palm and dagger plant, that is called yucca, is also modified. Here you can see the opentia plant modification. This is the opentia plant modification. And while in some plants like Indian aloe, that means aloe vera, that is the common plant, you all know that the spines develop on the margin as well as the apex. Here you can see that spines on the apex and the marginal portions. In barberry, the leaf itself become modified into spines while the leaves of axillary buds are normal. And here this is the opentia, this is common plant, and this is aloe vera, and this is the barberry. And these three are the examples of leaf spines. And next one, that leaf modified into scale leaves. These are modified leaves in the shape of scales and help in protecting the buds or other inner part of the plant, and they also carry out the task of storing food and water. This may be thick and fleshy as seen in the onion plant, or dry and thin as seen in the ginger plant. The scale leaves are also present on the nodes of aerial stems of asparagus. Then you can see the examples. Here this is the onion. Here we can see the scale leaves, and asparagus. This is asparagus. And the ginger also we can see scale leaves. These three are the examples of scale leaves. And the moving to the next, that is phyllodes. The petiole of a compound leaf, such as in Australian acacia, become a flattened leaf-like structure called phyllodes and help in photosynthesis. The leaflet then gradually disappear. That is about phyllodes, and we can see the diagrams phyllodes in Australian acacia. Here we can see the leaflet of compound leaf. This is flattened petiole, that is called phyllodes, and this is about the phyllodes. And moving to the hooks, we all know that what do you mean by hooks. In begonia, the three terminal leaflet of a leaf get modified into claw-like hooks, which help in climbing on the support. Climbing onto the support, that is hooks. And here you can see the examples. This is the examples of hook, that is leaflet in begonia, that is the examples. The leaflet in begonia, this is a claw-like structure, that is three terminal leaflets are here. You can see three terminal leaflet, that is in the form of a claw-like hooks. These are the leaflet in begonia. I think you all understood the topics. Thank you all.